Welcome everybody! Hey, sorry we're a little late, but I had to deal with something, we'll say. Anyway, welcome! We're back. We're playing Ace Attorney today, because I've been wanting to play it for quite a while. I think we'll probably go... we'll probably go for about 4 hours, he says. God, isn't that true? Isn't that what happened last time? I'm not gonna play the entire game today. That's not physically possible. But no, I don't see much of a point in installing. So if anyone is in chat right now, how's your day been going? Although I don't know if anyone is. Either way. Let's get started. Let me just... Yeah, this is entirely blind for me. I have almost no idea what Ace Attorney even is. I know what Ace Attorney is, of course, because it'd be impossible to not know. But other than just, like, what the characters look like, I have very little idea. Let me put it on here. Okay. Keep an eye on. Okay, it looks like it's wrongly formatted. Oh, okay, there we go. Welcome to Ace Attorney. I hope this is working well on stream. Let me actually check on a second device how this is mixing with my voice. I'm gonna need to know this. Because I need to mess with my audio settings and turn it down a little bit, if it's too loud. Yeah, no, that's a little too loud. Let me turn down desktop audio a little bit. Is this working well? Oh god, I can hear oh, the infinite loop. It looks like this is fine. Okay, stop it. All right, it's still a little loud for me, but I can fix that. Anyway, I have no idea what the controls are for this game. Okay, it's not C. Enter. Okay. No, not that one. Anything but that one. Q was the other one. E is enter. Or enter is confirm, rather. Okay. I'll just figure it out as we go. I've never been one for... Wait, what's the back button? Backspace, okay. Without further ado, welcome to the world of Ace Attorney. Let's see if my mystery expertise can carry me through actual court cases, shall we? Play this game. I do understand why it's that. Justice for All and Trials and Tribulations. Is this the second game? Okay, that would make sense. I wish there was just a big 2 next to it. Editor, you know what to know. No, you don't have to do that. Like, you'll still probably do it anyway. Alright. The first turnabout. Try episode 1. Why does man... I cannot really gain any information from what I'm looking at. This is very... something. No, my experience with just mystery solving in general, I'm pretty experienced, to the point where I speculate about everything that I see. I even found, like someone trying to start up a really small Minecraft ARG today, and they had, like, 900 subs, which, you know, to me is pretty big, but, like... Then each of their videos had like 10 comments, so in the grand scheme of things, pretty tiny. And I'm just like, you know what, no, let's just solve this. And I got nowhere, because there weren't enough clues, but... I feel like I'm stalling, but I'm not trying to. Play the first turnabout. Gee, I sure hope that's the right one. First steps. Start playing Project Right Alcoholic Anonymous, first trilogy, something. Gasp. Is that a... Oh. I guess that's the murder weapon then. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Well, I think we found out who the culprit is. I think we found it. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Guys, I think we found the culprit. I think we got it. Case closed. August 3rd, 9:47, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, mine. What's my voice for Phoenix, right? I think my voice is just gonna be my voice for Phoenix. I could do it of my Shinomiya Battler, but I don't. That feels very ironic. Because Battler is based on Phoenix right to begin with, so. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. This is a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Isn't that, like, illegal or something? Yes, actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became attorney. He's one of the reasons I became the ace attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Oh, hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid. What is this? This feels AI generated. I've seen like the AI generated Ace Attorney skits. This feels like this is really how it is. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. I somehow don't think that's the case. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Yeah, we already know the culprit. It is pretty simple. Thank God for third-party omniscient narration. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying. When something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's not usually his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And I owe him one. Which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Sorry, I had to deal with something real quick. Alright, sorry about that. I really need to like, just bite the bullet and buy some furniture and set up a recording station in my room. Because that's what happens anytime someone passes through the living room, which is where I'm recording. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. I don't think that's how murder trials work. I don't think this is how real court goes. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's Phoenix Wright. It's Larry. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Is there... How do I save? Okay, I can save here. I'm gonna save here before I mess anything up. Just to have a save would be nice. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here! Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Attorney badge. Don't believe I'm a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, between 4 and 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay, so their name was Cindy. Remember to check it off. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who was the victim in this case? It was Cinder Block. It's really good. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I sure don't feel relaxed. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Can I, like, interrupt? Okay, a line has to follow before, or a line has to finish before I can, press tab. But I'm sure I can do it now, yeah. Can I, like, see it in more detail? Our profiles? Oh, okay. My FA, age 27, chief attorney at Fay & Co., my boss, and a very good defense attorney. A likable guy who's been my friend since grade school. The victim, a model, she lived in an apartment by herself. And Winston Payne, the prosecutor for this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Great. We are fighting the first enemy. This is the slime of prosecutions. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. I did it! It was me! Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. This man does not look like he's guilty of... This man does look like he's guilty of something, but it isn't murder. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Okay. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Huh? Older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Please tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you wanted to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof! Wait! He acts like I just... It's like in... I can't believe I'm making Umineko analogies during the Ace Attorney stream, but it really do be how there's an attack in the Umineko fighting game that is like representative of an argument, and you can just like jump over it and just avoid it. Like, imagine if Phoenix Wright just like did a somersault after someone accused his defendant of murder, and or his client rather, and he was just like, skill check, acrobatics, 27. I don't need to answer that question. Like, that's really what that be. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy. This is so not looking great. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Huh? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Going there is not incriminating. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. That? Had to change his... Your Honor, the defendant is lying! Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowett into the stand. Into the stand? This man isn't shifty. Look at his shoulders. What is he doing? What is he doing with his shoulders? Why would you do that? Mr. Sowett, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers. Yes, that is what I do. Mr. Sowett, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. This testimony was the witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her, lying there, a woman, not moving. Dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Okay, but like, you lying. The time of death was between 4 and 5, so that can't be right. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. I can! Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Mr. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Okay, so what happened is that her electric analog clock, you know, those things that exist, stopped working. And showed, no, it wouldn't show what, it would show noon. Okay, moving on. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. I get the feeling that this is the point where I should save. Although I know what to do. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when okay, I'm gonna save the game, but I'm quite confident in my. Okay, so this is like Danganronpa but without actual statements. Okay. When I saw a man fleeing the apartment, I thought he must be in the sorry, lying dead. However, the phone wasn't working. I remember the time exactly. It was 1. Present. Yes. There it is! That's he said the thing, guys. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, this is trivial. This is trivial. The witness merely lied about the time of death. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Sorry, 1 second. Alright, we're back. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you had to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through what up. We're real good at this. Court record? Nope. No, okay. See through one and more will show up, or something like that. Wait, I remember now. Do you care to give your testimony again? He's gonna say that the clock stopped because of the blackout. And then we're gonna give him the detailed report of the blackout that he just handed over. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I like how he's like, can you call this guy out? I know the problem, but I legally cannot do anything about it. You know what to do. I've got this one. Discovery. See, I heard the time, there was a voice, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a... Here we go. Blackout report. Hold it right there! The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawat? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawat, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawat. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. What kind of BS is he gonna come up with? Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Okay, no, you're changing your story way too much. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. That's not... You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. He literally just said that it was the murder weapon. You know the murder weapon. You're the murderer! Yeah, the murder weapon. Wait a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Hey, there's the music! You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawat. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock! That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. What do you mean? The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? I don't know, do I? do I? I feel like I do. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim. He went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do it better than that. I'll prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard! You don't know there's a voice in the clock. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawat, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you're so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? I, that day, I never, look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, he's, shut up, I hate you, it was him, I tell you, I saw him, he killed her, he should burn, Order, in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawat heard was definitely this clock. Oh, something's in the top right? A fact which is clear if you simply... I feel like it would be try checking the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, try to talk your way out of this one. He forgot one thing. This gun I found! What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow that day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case! He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawat. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. That was the wrong answer? Not so fast, Mr. Sawat. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours behind and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can't you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? I can. I don't have it yet, but I can. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Oh, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see if you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. I'm an attorney! Oh? I mean, this is the obvious choice, right? She could have set the clock. Oh, I can't. I can't, save. Alright, well, the statue's not it. I'll tell you that much. What's the time? So actually, I have a friend in Paris right now. I don't need to ask what the time zone difference is. It's 5 hours. No, 6 hours. No, 5 hours. Wait, let me check. I also don't know where this is, though. Like, it wouldn't be 3 hours for this. It's just 5 hours for me. Yeah, it's 6 hours ahead. However, that would not equate to 3 hours behind unless... You know what? I'm just not gonna think about it. But I had to think about it. But why would they bring the clock with them? Let's try the blackout, and if that doesn't work. Excuse me, how did this proves your claims? How? I can't see what evidence that has to do with the clock. Duh, that wasn't it. One more chance. Give me one more chance. Alright, Mr. Wright, but time is not on your side. Be quick about it. Let's see this evidence that proves whether... Okay, we're gonna try the passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. I hadn't actually thought about the fact that it'd be 9 hours ahead, yeah. I actually just had it. But what does that mean? This means that it's in the west coast of the US? Is that what that means? Hold on a second. Alright, sorry, I had to respond to something. Okay. Let me just double check. Yeah, okay, we still don't appear to have anyone in chat. Okay. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawat? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? He got rabies! This reminds me of Jim's strange journey. Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested, has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I had to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Hey, putts. And with that, this court is adjourned. That was fun. A little easy, but it was fun. It turns out that Frank Sawat was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawat let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawat grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. It was 3 hours later. No, 5 hours later. I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Harry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My tree. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey! Here, take this. It's a present. This is the murder weapon. A present? For me? Wait, what's this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Does that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? Why is this game written like this? Actually, what company made this game? Who did the translation? Hold up. I need to know. I need to know so I know who to fight. Ace Attorney Localization. Okay, well the first thing I see is the Ace Attorney series was a work of localization genius. Okay, sure, fine. Fine, people like it. I just don't like that one specifically. Okay, sure. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I'm an attorney! You can trust me! Dude, I don't know what they're talking about. I mean... Oh yeah, she brought it with her to Paris. Well, we'll do this one. Here you go, Larry. Proof. It's okay, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll forget about it soon enough. Look, I'm gonna head... Guess that wasn't the right thing to show him. No! Right? I hope you see the importance... Okay, hold up. No. I hate this. Hold up. I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn bastard, okay? I'm a stubborn bastard and a perfectionist. I can skip through this really quickly. Try sounding the clock. How do I skip? There was a skip thing in here, right? Q... no? Hold BS to skip text. Alright, well, anyway, I like this first little case here. It was a lot of fun. But it wasn't very, like, very much of a mystery, given that we knew who it was from the very beginning. Why was it 3 hours slow? Yes, I can think of a reason. And then it's... So I guess the right answer was that, it was... I guess the right answer is that we were supposed to show him the clock, and then he'd just get that she brought it with her to, to Paris. I think saying she went to Paris is more important than that, but you know. Unless, wait a minute, hold up. No, okay. Not guilty, again. We didn't fail this time. We didn't fail last time either, I'm just really, really stubborn. I could start a story time, because I definitely have what I want to tell. But... Okay, let's save here. Actually, there's literally no reason... Oh. There's literally no reason not to save here instead. Alright. Let's see. I can imagine there's an achievement or something for just never being wrong ever. I hope not. Oh yeah, right. I mean, I could explain it, but damn, if I can't explain it with just these choices. Bro, you're the only one here? This is true. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Anyway, welcome! Glad to have somebody here. Hope that made him feel a little better. For context, we just finished the tutorial case. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent, except for that time when you got a third-person perspective shot of the killer bashing her skull in. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave to Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. I was just thinking I haven't seen Mia in any Ace Attorney memes. Huh. That doesn't suck. The end. Alright, everybody, that's been it for this stream. No. No, we're going for... I want to go until 8, at least. The first turnabout. Alright. A brand new episode's been added. Turnabout Sisters. Save progress up to this point? Absolutely. I can save this. I don't actually know how many cases there are in this game. But hey. Who could be calling, and why is it in red? Hello? This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. Put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yeah? That was really weird. That was a really weird way to phrase that. Why is... I guess Maya's just talking to herself. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like, burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. I just saw the beep being in red. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Wasn't the other one in... Okay, Fanco Law Offices. This is right before the meetup. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Haha. You're not cogniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Haha. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your life! Your eternal silence. Okay, I was joking! I was joking! You're not gonna use the same murder weapon twice. Okay, they use the same murder weapon twice. Stop telling me the culprit! Red, white, blue. Stop telling me the culprit. It'd be way more interesting to figure it out on my own. 9:08 p.m. Fang Co. Law Offices. And so this is when Maya, like, comes in. Oh, no, it's Phoenix. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange, because the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so she goes out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Examine, move. Okay. Move. So someone moved the body. Smell blood. And that can't be good. I have to check if Mia and the chief are... If Mia, weird way to say it. How do I move? How do I move? Okay, okay. I apparently didn't hit the right thing. That smell. Blood. It says someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief! Who are you? Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. And all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. Alright, let's examine. Let's examine the body for fatal wounds. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. Again! 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 There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand laying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Huh. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Maya? A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Alright. Move. Unless there's a phone in here. I don't see a phone. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Hips! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Let us present. Here's what killed your sister. I am an attorney. You can trust me. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Better hurry up and call the police. What? Examine. Is there a phone in here? I don't see a phone in here. If I just examine the desk. No clues here. No clues here. Small desk cluttered with writing and office. Okay, well, whatever. Talk? What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. You were here visiting? This late at night? Yeah. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Can I move to... Is there a phone that I have to... Maybe if I present El Thinker. About the thinker. The thinker. That was... sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. No, I agree with that. Let's... There's gotta be a phone in her office, right? Oh, okay, there we go. We just couldn't see it before. Can I scroll over? No. Wait, slide? Ah. Well, if only. Right. I better call the police. Huh, that's funny. A few of the screws in the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Alright, well... There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. That's not... It's not what I was trying to get to. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! This guy looks cool. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. They got here so fast. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Whoa! Excuse me. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. That's not enough. This isn't a Danganronpa case. What? Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for the visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center visitors room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you, I assume. Better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yeah, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. You're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So, he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear in the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. I'm gonna make it my goal to make her found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. Maya, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium. I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me more about the day of the murder? Yes! Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yeah, that clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that... I remember! Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation's on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah! I forgot how to delete those things. Alright. That's a pretty, like, banger piece of evidence right there. That she was trusted by the victim. And was coming to get something. She wouldn't use the murder weapon she was coming at. Okay, it makes sense to us that she wouldn't be the murderer. But, like, to an outsider, you gotta look at these things with, like, 16 eyes to really get the full picture of them. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so that you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added on the court record. We still have more to ask about the day of the crime? Could you tell me more about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. Basically practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. And I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte, medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the woman, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Huh. Wait, what? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yeah. In training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We just asked her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. Couldn't do something on that level. I thought that wouldn't be too easy. Every time someone says, can't we just talk to the person who died, I always think of the D&D image of like, welcome back! Who killed you? Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? Huh? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, I'm in trouble. Do you think that you could go ask him to represent me? I'll accept. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? Parents are dead. I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Alright. Can I examine this guy? This guy monitors the visitors from me. He hasn't moved in. It's a real pro, this guy, sure. And everything that happened is on camera. So, smile for the camera. Alright, let's move. Grossberg Law Offices? September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must have been hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer, not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Let's examine things. Let's go over here. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. What about this? That painting's been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Huh, funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. That's a little strange, isn't it? Table for clients. Huh, an elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Man. Imagine just being like, I don't smoke, but I only provide the best for my clients. Hey, what is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer. I tried! What do you mean? I did everything I could in here, didn't I? No clues here. Plant. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Great, awesome. I don't know what else you want me to check on, game. I don't think. Oh, maybe he's at the. Maybe he went to go. Maybe this is just that you had 3 options and it wasn't 2, so it has to be the last one. It's number 6, Vanco Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you over there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That's Butts guy. He was a killer. You're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumshoe. Sweet Shoes? Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe. Right. At your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? You got business here, you better do it quick. He thinks I'm my ass lawyer. Alright, that's pretty simple. Mia, about Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? Huh? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. What do you... What do you mean? Man's just like, hello, I'm the client's lawyer. Can I see the autopsy report? You don't get any special treatment. That's not... Okay. I'll be right back. By the way, this was a pretty spur-of-the-moment stream. I was like, well, I want to stream today because it's my day off, but I have no idea what I want to do. But this has been a fun spur-of-the-moment thing. Our autopsy report has been updated. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? Somebody's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, being a lawyer and all. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Ah, don't talk about it that way. You make it barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth's on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Alright, we got... even I know Miles Edgeworth. I know the man. Although I don't know anything about this forged evidence or anything. Alright, let us... I don't think anything in here will be useful. Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. And you haven't? Isn't this literally your job? Sandman, let's look at the picture. An old movie poster. Apparently this is the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. I can't slide. Plant? Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember that it has this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta, pal. Who was that? Who was that? The sky is blue, and so am I. It's that hotel right across the way. Oh, I should go check out that hotel and find the person who called. How are we gonna find them though? We're just gonna be like, hey, someone might have called a 911 here last night. Can you tell me about that? Hello, I'm an attorney. Huh? What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Alright, but you might spill some info for some. There was a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. So there's no proof that Mia wrote it. Maya's memo. I was wondering, did you see Maya's Faye's cell phone? Oh, that. I do have it. Do you think you can give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. I can't save, can I? Oh, I can save. Let's go here. Tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like your boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive, you're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can add the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Court record to hear the recorded conversation. Guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You done, pal? Yes, thank you. We're heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. Her name is April May? That's awful. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? Ha! You tried your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. This man is the worst detective, but I wouldn't do any better. Like... Gatewater Hotel. September 6th, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Teehee. Note to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. You are a witness to a murder! This should not be exciting! Then again, I'm the guy who was called to jury duty and got stoked over it, and then it didn't work. Like, I didn't... and then I didn't actually get to go to jury duty, and I was a little sad about it, but... I'm glad I wasn't sentencing someone to death or something also, like... that would be upsetting. Ooh, let me feel freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. It's you! It's you! Light summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fayenco law office building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, so... Oh, what's this? Screwdriver? There's a screwdriver struck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? Thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Well, let's talk to her. What you witnessed? Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe. Incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know the thing that happened the other day? The bad thing. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty, please? Let me see. Well, dream on if you want to know. You'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you tell me just exactly who you are? No, wait, that is not what he said. It was, who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, believe me, this is Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. You had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. See, there are 2 glasses on the table. Someone staying here with you? No, I just drink a lot. What amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. What if we present something? Wonder. Excuse me, but I'm a witness. Police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience? Me, the witness. It's just like in the movies. Okay, what is this time? It's clock. Papers is at the evidence, I'll leave that to your imagination. Okay. That wasn't the exact conversation we heard, but I'll just leave that up to just creative license or something. It didn't tell me that I'd seen everything. Simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. Bottle and 2 glasses on the table. Someone must be staying here with her. Ah, still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. Flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's just the extent of my, Those are roses! Those are clearly roses, I think. What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. I suppose... any of these will give me anything. I highly doubt they'll give me a bad end or anything. Okay. I don't think the cell phone will give me anything either. Alright. In that case, there's nothing else to investigate, right? Everything else has been checked already? Late? No. Yeah, that's everything. Let's go talk to... Let's go see if Grossberg's back. Seems like Grossberg's out. Maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem! That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So, you're the one they say that's been looking for me. Yeah, that's me. Looks even grander than I imagined. A badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? How come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? Came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it! Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Huh? Why the strange reaction? Acha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on here? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Your refusal? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Huh? Well, you see, it's just that I'm busy, you see. The client's Maya Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course I know that. However, sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. Go look somewhere else. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. Gun! I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now. I have nothing to discuss more with you. What's going on here? How did you know Maya Fey? Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha! You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the wave of the straw hat. The straw hat? It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting out of it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying! Alright, well, hopefully I don't need any more from him. 3:42. Man, we have 18 minutes to decide. Alright, fair. I can deal with that. Hiya. Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? I mean, he refused to help? I see. Been abandoned then. You haven't been abandoned. We're gonna help you. What about your family? I only have my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know. She could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yeah, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I'd lose my powers. I feel bad for her all by herself up on that mountain. Mother's enemy? So who was this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? Police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Oh. So what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. See, my mother became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. Wait. Excuse me? Wyatt? That was his name. My sister told me. Wyatt. Huh. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Let's defend Maya. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Huh? Why? Why? Well, someone else is the culprit. Damn straight. I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yeah. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? Something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? Just when I tried to look in the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Alright, I guess let's go break and enter into her room. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy at this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come up here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait. Now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came back real quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Alright, let's get to the bottom of this. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? Wiretap? Huh. What would a woman like her be doing with this thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this... You know what I mean. Oh, bellboy. Still there? Uh-oh. Time to scram. Look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Alright, that's the end. Okay, we've done this bit twice already. Hey, that was an interesting investigation. I'm very interested to see where this goes. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. This is our first real trial. That didn't take that long at all. Only an hour and a half. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. Hey, Sonic, welcome. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. This is the first case of the game, if you just got here. Or the first real case of the game. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Alright, what do we got here? The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir! You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Gumshoe looks like the candy dealer from down the road. He does look kind of shady. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Shh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradiction in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, nothing at all. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. This is true. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya at the very moment of the murder. I want to... Cause of death, 9/5 at 9 p.m. That is when she got there, after all. But they estimate these things. Alright, Autopsy report. Start basic. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are they... Okay, they aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Okay, that's our like influence bar. They won't be any points to the judge. When the saw Miss Fey at the... Okay. Said to press him on anything suspicious. Phone call came... As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to see there were already 2 people there. Immediately arrested her. We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw her at the very moment of the murder. I don't know what to Does Edgeworth look like the Levi Ackerman and Phoenix looks like a Pokemon with that hair? I don't know about the Pokemon thing, but I can get behind the Levi thing. Okay, well, let me press him on this. Statement contradicts that evidence. I don't see anything contradictory. Objection overruled. Objection hearsay! Did it go so well? At the very witness of the very moment of the murder. Anything suspicious, huh? There are two people there. We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Let me see. I'm not so good at this, am I? Okay, so it's not the autopsy report. It's not the cell phone. Let me double check the cell phone. Haven't called in a while. It's a clock, made to look like the thinker. Clock isn't talking right now. It's not working. Had to take the clockwork out, put some papers in. Papers, and maybe it is the thinker. But that doesn't really contradict this evidence. Maybe the wiretap does something. Your Honor, that statement okay, yeah, no, we have to reload. Well, retried, everybody. Something the matter? No, Your Honor, I'd like to begin my cross-examination. There doesn't seem to be an obvious thing. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Maybe... So... Looking at this, they could have seen Maya. Let me try this. Clearly contradicts the statement. They aren't. Okay. All right. We tried! I am the world's greatest lawyer. We had a witness account describing her. Well, the witness had a weird wiretap in her apartment. No? No? Okay. Okay. I just tried to press him on the evidence, man. This at the very moment of the murder. This is false. But I don't know how to prove it's false. Maybe the glass shards will do something. Contradicts the evidence. Objection hearsay. The last thing you see is the thinker. Saw Miss Fey at the very moment of the murder. Okay, so this is the last line. Maybe this is the thinker? No, no, contradicts the evidence. It doesn't. Okay. Wow, this is a pretty just do the thing, I guess. Man, I'm worse at this than I thought. This is why I call myself a wannabe detective and not an actual detective. Maya Fey's arrest. Let's tear into every detail of this. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Is there anything we can use for that? We can ask him about the time based on the autopsy report. No? No? Okay. As soon as phone call ring in. Press. Oh! There's a press button! Oh my god! I'm so good at it. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer at the Gateway Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed, not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. All of that's gonna cut out of the video? There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb with her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you just stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. She picked my points to press with a little more care. I immediately arrested Maya Fey. We had a witness account describing her. Saw her at the very moment of the murder. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, right? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it! Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. So that's some really gimmicky hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. We're doing a lot of attacking for being on the defense, all I'm saying. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Found a memo written on... Let's just skip ahead, we know what we have to do. There was blood on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Let's press. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, well, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. It's kind of like the 73011 thing. 73011. I literally, when they said that the killer wrote the dying message, I was like, this isn't a Danganronpa case. Stop! The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right! What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Securing the found a memo on a piece of paper. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test showed the results. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Now what am I to do? Let's see. Your Honor, that statement doesn't contradict the evidence. Okay, you're fine. Oops, it didn't go so well. You're right, it did it. Death was instantaneous. Wait a minute. I'm a fool. Death was instant. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. No butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder, right? Yeah, we got it the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being? I know this. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. You can't do that! That's not a real thing! What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Let's save before we call anyone a sham. I'll save here. You're a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to have requested a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Of course it has almost added. Yeah. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Now I'm going into this game blind. That's the only line I really knew about. That's the only BS I know this game pulls. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. I still can't believe her real name is April May. Exactly what part of her is innocent? The fact that she didn't commit murder? That part. Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service. Wink. She really does think she's in a movie. Here's a reality check. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aww. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? I was, like, in my hotel room. Teehee. I checked in right after lunch, and this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Their parents are evil? Yeah, their parents are evil. Who in the world would name their child April May? That is a crime. April May has the right to become a villain with that name. I agree. If my name was April May, I would have committed at least 6 murders. Out of just vengeance. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Man, you saw this in a lot of detail to do nothing about it until after the attack already happened. And the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wonton wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine with the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. I know where to poke a hole in this one. Well, I accidentally went a little too far, but I know where to poke a hole in this one. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't get to the end. It's 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, and then I saw... Oh, it was 9 o'clock at night. Saw a woman with long hair being attacked. One attacking her was the girl in the defendant's chair. Wait. That's to one side. She hit her. That's to one side and ran away. I don't think... That doesn't account for this. Your Honor, that nope, okay. It's the basic flavor textbook. Let's press her. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please continue your testimony. Let's press her on the facts a little bit. 9 o'clock at night, you looked out the window. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... had a feeling. Well, I had a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe we should press her a little harder on this one. Sure, let's go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out of your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah? Hey, wait, She became a reptile? Yeah, she kinda did. She is Lizard Woman. She is running the government from behind the scenes. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl, what about poor me? You looked at the window. What did you see next? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Let's see what you were attacking her with. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There's only one person with the scene. Testimony is bulletproof? What could go wrong if I question the testimony? Hold on a minute, the testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... She didn't see anything until... Mark Zuckerberg's daughter. Can I save? I'm gonna be using all my save files so quick. You didn't see anything because you called while I was in the room. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Someone tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But, still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. You gonna cook breakfast? It's 6 p.m. for me. That said, like, Time zones be real. I should just start saying happy time zone at the beginning of streams, because it's more accurate. I did see everything, I did! The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then when the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon, I saw it, I did. That weapon, that clock, that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? What do you think, everybody? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Alright. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. I mean, if she dodged an attack, she would dodge to the left because of the broken lamp. But girl in the hippie clothes ran after her and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock, is a thinker, I think. How do you know it's a clock? Clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That... Alright. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. I wonder. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. I'm just ignoring the things I don't want to say, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just not playing her game. Was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called as a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fainco? No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices in Fainco, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, not at all. Your Honor, can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, the members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Because it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? Yes, as the defense says, this clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court about the meaning of this? It's as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Well, Miss May? Oh, quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clock removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Welcome back. That's true. That is a possibility. The clockwork might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? I can, actually. Haha, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Maya's cell phone. Please take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought up to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you, then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections? Of course we do. Back to the Zuckerberg family. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It was made by Larry. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And that one, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Hey! Absolutely wasted. No, excuse is not on sale today. She's going Super Saiyan? What is going on? This is a transformation sequence? What did you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! That's a pretty strong take you've just made here. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... I'm pretty sure it's you held it, but I'm still gonna save regardless. You look away for 1 second. Yup. You held it. It's familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Although, we already know she wasn't the murderer, don't we? Unless Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney is a game with unreliable narration. And I don't know if it is. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. Yeah, no, that's we're reloading. We're reloading. Order. What's the meaning of this? April May, you killed my FA. That's what you heard it. You truly are a work of art, Phoenix, right? What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh. Ah. Man. I'm a real piece of work, aren't I? She couldn't have heard the clock. And how did she know it was a clock? She used it! You heard about it. Wilson never had the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That's correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving the witness had heard the weapon was a clock. Let's tell her about the wiretap. Have a look at this. Ah! That? I found this in Miss May's room. Was it one of those imported Goku faces called Anime Face in those goofy free games? Yeah, it does. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have yet to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not! Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is in Maya's cell phone. I present you the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to you. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you use a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. What is that sound? Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May? Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. You can't say lawyer like it's some kind of slur. It's not. It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad one, is that it? Is that it? That's did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Nah, she didn't commit the murder. But why the wiretap? But I'm gonna save again. I don't want to have to backtrack. What does La La mean? I think there was a movie called La La Land a few years ago. Maybe watch that and figure it out. And if it doesn't tell you in that movie, it's a bad movie. It doesn't even explain the name. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? God, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Yeah, I know. I know you meant when April said it. I think it's just a general scream, but I don't know who screams like "Larf!" It's not a human scream. Maybe she really is a lizard person. While this court does not confirm the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. Damn it. Can't be serious, no way. Way, I say. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was? Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. You don't have to explain. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. You don't need to explain what iced coffee is. Is he here? Is he here? Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. At least say his name. True. We could call the bellboy as a witness. That's something we could do. But I don't see what we'd really get out of that. Might as well do it. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Surprise witnesses are literally not a thing. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after your examination of the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I don't think that's real. I don't think that's a real thing they can do. I'll be right back. You're not toddlers, there's no one condition. You're absolutely right. They're like, well, I'll let you call a witness to the stand if you agree that I get all of your lunch money if you're wrong. Like, alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well, the court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Well, might as well go through with it. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin to his testimony. Very good, sir. I'm the head bellboy. The head bellboy? That's a thing? At the fine Gatewater Hotel, in the business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. I can't prove that Miss May was involved with the murders now. Maya will be finished. There can't just be nothing. I am the head bellboy. Believed I received a call 8 in the evening. You say you believe. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? How can you be so certain? I checked with Miss May personally. Not only did I see, I also heard her voice. The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? It's for an iced coffee to be brought to her on 9 on the dot. Isn't that strange? 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. Brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You're sure it was Miss May herself? Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, So very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, she... Oh, right. Yeah. I see. Okay. Why would she have done that? I believe, perhaps, she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget. It's pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember that. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Let's protest. Wait, please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Ooh. This is a tough one. Me saving at every possible point. Check-in, room service, bed making. This is the odd one out. Her bed wasn't made. Tell me about making beds that day. I was wondering what you were going to ask with bed making. I knew low. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, the witness will answer the defense's question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets and the pillowcases, and I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for two, of course, but you see they're quite light. I see. Thank you. Pillows for two? Bellboy, what did you just say? Yes, pillows are light, sir. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister over there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Huh? He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ah! You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple, it was. The man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ugh. Your Honor, as this has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? Suppose you'd like it if it weren't too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who had the presence of the other man for this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Alright, see you, Sonic. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Have I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Number 7, 2:24 p.m. 4 hours later. Mr. Wright, you're amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. Huh. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm gonna find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. What's this? Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Be continued. If possible, I want to go to the end of this case. I wonder what would have happened if we... No, I bet I probably had the presser. Or press the bellboy. Let's put that there. September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Well, hello! I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place like this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer! I hope you die. If you come to laugh, yeah, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I want to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask of me then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Man. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had someone to get her to talk. Wiretap. Yeah, dude, why'd you place a wiretap on her phone? When you say it like that, it sounds so cold. So criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned about that in lawyer school, huh? Creep. This woman's impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so... angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Ah, that doesn't... Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer. I can't tell. Does she have something against lawyers, or just me? Okay, well, let's see if you have anything to get her to talk. About why she wiretapped it. Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts, so get lost, because I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. I don't think I have anything to get her to talk. Yeah, okay. I'll see if I can find some new evidence later. Let's move. Gatewater Hotel's a good place to start. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa, Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Miss May. Oh, Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not... Okay. She'd do it, I said. Do what? I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you pardon the expression. You can't say that! He's guilty of murdering a woman! I knew it from the moment I saw him. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo. Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely, and on that subject I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently this hotel is known as a Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your teeth out. I would stay in a hotel called the Gatewater Hotel Murder Manor. That's... That's so bad, but like in the best way. Oh, I don't have a photo of him, do I? No. Okay, but what if I found a photo? Huh? Still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Ah, please leave that as it is. It's a drawer of terror. Hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions. Who's here? Simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching. Weather again today. Ah, yes. We plan to install a telescope in that window. Just $5 for any 3 minutes of a view to kill. Just kidding, sir. But that look in his eye, I'd say he was more than serious. This guy's insufferable. Bottle and 2 glasses. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now? Ah, I beg your pardon, but if you could refrain from touching those, it's part of the decor. Call it the last drink before murder. We'll be famous, the talk of the hotel industry. You know, you can't have this many restrictions on a place and then let people in it. Like, face is expected. Ah, still same painting. If I can get this guy to go somewhere else. I don't suppose that her phone would have a picture of the man. Oh well. We'll try and go somewhere else. December 7th, Fanco Law Office. Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around. Nothing's gonna be here. Oh. Well, if nothing's gonna be here, then... Well, no, nothing is gonna be here. Let's go to Grossberg Law Offices and see if he knows anything about this Mr. White. He's not today. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason? Oh? Here's our man. What's this? Old photos? There are 2 lying here. Something's been written on in pencil on the backs. DL6 incident, Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Sure, I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. Sure, no one will miss just one little photo, and it might be a valuable clue. This person... She looks kind of like Mia. Her mother? I presume. Photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. Yeah. Solve them. Well, now that we have this photo, might as well. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just want to say detective once. You know how it is. No. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that it's him? An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about it. Yeah, have him write it. What could hurt? Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Alright. If I go to the, Okay. If I go to the detention center now... Hey, the only reason I'm back is because you won't talk to me. That does it. When I'm done with this game, I'm shaving my hair. That man. The man who stayed with you. Look, he's been accused of murder. I don't think you want to be protecting him. Would you have sold out the late Miss Faye to the cops? No. See? Damn. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk with. Oh, what about this? Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times I'm not telling you. Wait, did you... A reaction. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No, that's not right. Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have proof that it was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. I'm so close. Well, luckily, I've got proof right here. Just take a look at this. What's that? The bellboy's affidavit tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with. It's most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. This is where we save. Let's ease her fears. Okay. She's vulnerable now. I should be gentle. Miss May, it would be easy for me to hand this affidavit to the police. If they get involved, wouldn't your boss be even more, inconvenienced? All I want to do is have a little chat with him. You won't tell me? Is that all you had to say? Yeah. If it's so easy for you to get the police involved, then why don't you? Somehow I think you're not up to it. Show them a little kindness and they jump all over you. The opposite effect of what I hoped. Well, luckily, you can't jump time-wise. This is it, all or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes! Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Red White. Why is his name Red White? Stop it! The president of the information gathering conglomerate, Blue Corp. Red White? Information gathering? Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency. So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder? I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. Huh? It's okay, I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Ah, we got rid of the affidavit? Unfortunate. But we can just call him for testimony if it really comes to that. Alright, let's go to Blue Corp. September 7th, Blue Corp Inc. CEO's office. We just get in here? What's with this real decor? Oh, that's the same picture. Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name! What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title by you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What's this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official? I thought it was corporate executive official. Hold up, is that actually what CEO stands for? He's wrong, right? Chief Executive Officer. Alright. My business dealings bring me in contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake. Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the chart. Let's talk to this man. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she's done. She's done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed. She's paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as a part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in Miss April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter! The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. Do you want me to speak? Put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why did the prosecution call him as a witness. Should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings, for my amusement. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We're a company of the future. You might say we are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I built this business up in the grand... Okay. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. That's why I'm wearing pink. Fan to blue stick, isn't it? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? Big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? A lawyer. No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch. Zippo. Nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What? Ah! You punched me! Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away! I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say, but I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world behind your compensation. Came here from Grody Burgers, I presume. Mr. Grossburgers, yes. And you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss. Well, I can't think of anything else to question him on. Examine. Impressive lineup of trophies. Judges special runner-up. Judges special runner-up. Best participation. Judges cooperation or special good try prize. Those aren't trophies. Those are participation awards. Statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly sounds up enough. The model for the man is of course Mr. Wyatt. Huh? I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk. My, this is quite the thing. This painting was, until yesterday, hanging in Mr. Grossberg's office. Why does Mr. White have it now? It's not hard to imagine a few possibilities. I didn't notice it was missing. Is it missing? I thought he just had a second one. No, it is missing! Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Jumping Jehoshaphat? That's not it. Oh, you! What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. Hmm? I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. This trial. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it was just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl. I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? I think I have a right to know. A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just that I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh? What is it? Well out with it, my boy. You see, it's just, a big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office. So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. It's giving you information. He's blackmailing you. Your lovers. Ship them! No. It's probably... I actually don't know which one it is. Between blackmail and between blackmail and giving you information. He wouldn't part with it if it wasn't blackmail. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof. Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate. What's he talking about? Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years. All because of the DL6 incident, as you might have guessed. The name on the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. What's the DL6 incident? DL6 was nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. Medium? Her name was Misty Faye. Faye? Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. The case is the DL6 incident. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know that they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. It's an embarrassment to me now. As I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. I mean, it only makes sense. Alright, let's go check Mia's office. It's funny looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. What's here? Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing missing is Mia. All the cases that the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. A1. It is an A through I. Man, I'm bad at this. A, B, F. Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Read it. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... Huh, the record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. JS. Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this? Let's skim it. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit. Biggest parts here at the end in S. Suicide? This is a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. He's writing on most of these in pencil. Wait. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... You can use these in newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. It looks like I've checked everything, but I'll check the last one. I'll check T through Z, just real quick. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Alright, well. That sounds pretty convincing to me. I don't think there's gonna be anything in your plan. Oh, water it. Nice. We win. Okay, it looks like we got everything from here. Should we go back to... newspaper clipping. I found this in Maya's files. She was investigating Red White as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting in that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of fishermen. Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memory. Well, it was something. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive books. Funny they don't look like they've ever been read. Just where do I go now? Detention center? Apparently, Miss May isn't questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. In that case... well, where do we go now? Blue Corp? Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. So, lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Blackmail. There's no point in accusing someone this needs some evidence I can use as ammo. What's wrong? Is something stuck to my face? Oh yes, they're my eyes, my nose, and my mouth. Of course I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. It's okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I will not think less of you. There's a pro at pulling wool over people's eyes. Stop that. Your hot gaze is giving me goosebumps. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White. See this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me. How? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Huh. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. Gonna save, but I'm sure you blackmailed him. You blackmailed him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all other suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company's built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office. Hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second. Mr. White. Okay. And we say... You're wrong. You're wrong, Mr. Wright. What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She's keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping your phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it! We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you to change my mind. Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man's standing in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they'll make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts! Right, actually. Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is actually Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. September 8th, 3:37, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. The trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. The attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right. Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yeah. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we switched places. What? You mean you... I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Defend me in court. No, I don't think I need you to defend me in court. Actually, I'll be quite honest, I don't think that'll go well. But cheer me on in court. Well, you can cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean, like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. Alright, leave it to me. Huh? I'd better go get a uniform and some pop-ups. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. You can't fight him. You can't just, like, go up on the stand and, like, fight him. Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish up in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I'd end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. The true culprit appearing as a star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him. Let's show him 1-4. We got about an hour left, and then if we're not finished up by that point, I'll just extend it until we are. But this is exciting. Not that one. I don't think the game would lock you into a bad end. Rather, I don't think the game would like lock you into a bad end that far back. Like, because if it does lock you into a bad end, it'd be like load a save file, and if you only had one, you could only get soft lock. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix, look! Prosecutor, Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. Huh? I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What, does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty? And a story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who's innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Huh? Phoenix, you know him? Expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? They know each other? Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. This is a PSA to anyone in chat. Please do not defend yourselves in court if you are not a lawyer. There are a lot of things that you cannot do, and you will get thrown in jail for if you do them extraneously. Please be careful. Please get an actual attorney if you need one. Do not defend yourself in court unless you're trained. Sorry, I have dinner now. And damn, is it hot. Aren't you supposed to be in the defendant's chair? Oh well. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're after doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the events are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's gonna raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. You can't raise an objection about everything, but let's raise an objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Maya Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. I know I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing. I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Huh? Let him have it, Phoenix. This is a count. Let's see this man lie his way through straight evidence. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, reading to you, some papers by the window, and I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look about at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading, to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside, surprised. I'm gonna find a weakness in there. There's two things I can think of. First, do we have we don't have any evidence from the bellboy, but he didn't see him in there, so it's obviously a lie, but they're not just gonna follow. Bedlam coming from outside, surprise. I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. She was, of course, surprised. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Dodged and attacked to the right, and then dodged and attacked, then ran to the right, but then she was caught and struck. Let's try pushing him. Be a little more detailed about that. I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Objection. Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. Alright, sorry. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Huh? Oh, it's simple. You've misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a sec. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? I can. Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth. For once. I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. Both witnesses are telling the truth. Like that would ever happen. I mean, there's one scenario that would explain the conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not at the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fanco, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. Yep. We've got it. We've got him. This is where he was. Alright, I'm back. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, he was watching from this point. If he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion? The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see? You hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Miss testimony was correct, and then you hit her. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. There was a line that says, see, you hit her twice. Autopsy report. No way they updated the autopsy report twice. Just to prepare for this. The victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court that you are abso-absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there will be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White? Okay. But two accounts. She was looking into a mirror, and I was not. Well, you see, when I looked at the window, I heard that thing... I looked at the window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then, she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with just a single blow. Thwap! Thwap, indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. I need to check. Ran to the left, dodged to the left, then ran to the right, is what he's saying. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. Wyatt. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand. Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you will be able to see. Here! Well, note that the light stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't be able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White? I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Alright, that's the last break to eat food. I'm done now. Alright, without further ado, let's close this out. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fey. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you won it! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fey's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fey & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what this all means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Hey, welcome, Boki. Yep, just in time for Edgeworth's BS after all. He's doing a good job though, giving us a real runaround. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Wiretapping. Alright, let's look at our evidence. What can we do with this? This phone call happened September 5th, which is the first week of September. Beginning of September. Okay. The week before the murder. Wait. What day of the week was this? September 5th? It doesn't say. Okay. Ignore that, if it picked up. This still hasn't come up. This has to come up somewhere. Okay. The week before the murder, I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Let's press him on this point. Do you have any proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. Not what I was asking him to give proof on. Was it really you that went into the office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? Hey, Lerf. This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. It's a beauticious thing. It deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it! There's nothing for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. How exactly am I gonna bluff something out of him? Just how? What do you want me to do? I am an attorney. You must listen to me. Good luck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need it. I'm not safe scumming. This is just how you play the game. Okay. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore, Mr. Wright. Are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Her ghost? Mia? We passed out? We passed out! Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Ah! Wrong end. Hey, Phoenix. Gak? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Huh? You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya's channeling you, Mia? That's right, I'm Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But, we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen, you've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah, the one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So, what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000? Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th! That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, a week before the murder. We got it, boys. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court's about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. Let's bring this man to justice. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes. Sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that's required now is you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Receipt. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood. You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand, and the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fanco law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Huh? Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of... Edgeworth's got one last play? Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Eh? What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. We object here. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No. There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up, something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. You need another updated autopsy report? It's true. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix. Read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I'd like to read to the court. I am an attorney. The memo Mia had given me was a list of... Okay, but how did she do this? How did she give this to you? I assume, like, Maya already had it on her or something? Okay, I'm just not gonna question it. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, please stop! Make him stop! How? How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense. Rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Not guilty. Hey, we did it. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. Defendant lobby number 1. These always get out at 2:24 p.m. What's with that? Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! (902) Fae & Co. Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Faye, reporting for duty! Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners! You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Crichton Co. Law Offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. I wasn't expecting Mia to be there. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. He's so surprised. And to be fair, that's a fair thing to be surprised about. Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Oh, okay, wait up! The end. Here's the question: is do I want to go into the third episode yet? Oh well, the Turnabout Samurai. That's interesting. I do wonder. I did want to go until about 8, and I'm not gonna be able to finish Turnabout 3. With just that. So I do wonder if I should call it a night and come back Saturday. Yeah, Turnabout 3 is kind of long. Okay, in that case, I think I might call it for tonight. I also think this might be some people's first time seeing the background here. Well, not really the first time. This was a lot of fun. I had a lot of I had a witch core. Yep, we're witch core here. Sorry, that's not the laugh we should be using. But anyway, though, I had a lot of fun tonight. I'll definitely be back on Saturday, same time, same place, to take care of this. I wonder if we can get through 2 more chapters. I don't actually know how long this game is. Actually, should I look it up? How many cases in Ace Attorney 1? There shouldn't be any spoilers in this. 5 cases. Okay, and then I look away. But anyway. If that's the case, I could probably manage to finish it by, like, a few streams from now. Then again, I said that for Amori, and I took 4 streams to finish the 20-hour game, so maybe that's not the best standard. But hey, we'll try it. I'll be back 4 p.m. EST on Saturday to try and do this again. It's been great having people here. Hope to see you again then, if you can make it. That said, this has been Kyle. That was Ace Attorney. The first 2 chapters, technically the first 3 chapters. No, first 2 chapters. It doesn't really matter. But this was Kyle. Over and out.